Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah, my friends, update here on the S&P 500. I will show you here some stocks and assets, also Bitcoin and XRP. The market crash, guys. The market crash, market correction. Choose by yourself how you want to name that, is technically confirmed. So we will see now here some very red days and weeks. This is, of course, a great chance here to go short on most of these super hyped assets. So every asset which, went parabolic here in 2025 or even already since May 2024 when we had the beginning of these squeeze and short squeeze rally. Of course, we have a very good opportunity here to go short. So I give you here my honest opinion based on the chart, and this is, of course, not financial advice. Yeah, guys, no idea what the news saying, why we have this market crash. That is very predictable, so I always give you here very deep chart analysis on my channel, and you can see that I honestly predicted here that we will see $6,443 until April, May 2025, but you can see the market makers pulled the rug before, so we cannot use here our ego and say, but I think and blah, blah, blah. No, guys, we have to always analyze the market and have to react of each market correction here. If you don't know my previous video here on the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is of course in a super strong uptrend, so this is just a correction, not a market crash. Of course the news will tell you the whole stock market is crashing, but I already said that these red box here, so we have here this trend channel pattern in which the S&P 500 is trading in, and this overlaying red trend channel line marks the absolute top of the market before we see a sell-off. And you can already see that we traded here for a couple of months already here in this absolute overheated zone, the red zone here, and now this is just a technical correction. Also, when we see here my indicator, the RSI, we have this kind of natural resistance here waiting at 64, and S&P 500, guys, no matter how many years you zoom out here, last time that we could break this level was here in 2018. Since then, every time when the S&P 500 came back to this technical level, we had a strong rejection, guys, and now you can see that we still struggling here, retesting the overall RSI support, which is active here since more or less 5 years since the corona pandemic shakeout. That's why I say technically the market crash is confirmed. Could we still see a short squeeze, guys, in the market? Yeah, and then we see our price here of 6,443 in May. Yes, guys, this is possible, but you don't want to play around here with the market makers. This is just a potential thing what could happen. So if you see here very green numbers today or on Monday next week, then maybe, guys, this is a bullish reversal and we see here many short squeezes. But if you don't see the big assets like Nvidia, Bitcoin, whatever, if you don't see them with very big green numbers by the beginning of next week, guys, then there is no doubt that this correction is confirmed. Why do I say that, guys? Because as I said, the S&P 500 is trading here in two trend channel patterns, or this is the main trend channel pattern here, this white trend channel, and we already tried here to retest the bottom line of this trend channel. Let me draw that for you here in a different color that you can see that. Sorry, so one more time. Zack. So I don't know why we cannot see that. TradingView is here playing around with me. Okay, no matter what, guys. So I mean, this line here, this top line is what I mean is the... now it's refreshing. I'm sorry. Zack. Auf geht's. Yeah, while TradingView is refreshing, guys, I show you something what I did here in the past week. So, of course, I try to educate you on trading. This is my main purpose why I started this channel. But what I also do is to try to predict short squeezes here. We had last week this squeeze here of 324%. We had a couple of more squeezes, but this was the biggest one. And this was one of my so-called hot stocks, which I present on Patreon. I present those tickers every week, guys. So no matter if the market is crashing or not, we will always catch short squeezes. This is very simple. We had here this 324% squeeze. The yellow line marked the day when I posted that on Patreon. And then here 1, 2, 3 days later, we had a 324% squeeze. The same happened the week before. Also had 3 or 4 squeezes in this week, but also here that was one of my swing trade alerts, which I also post on Patreon. This was the date when I posted this here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, we had a 322% squeeze. So it's very possible to predict short squeezes, and as I said, if the market is bearish or not, that doesn't matter. The assets which I choose here for my personal squeeze tickers, they always squeeze no matter in which direction the market goes. If you want to see these short squeeze plays, guys, you can join us here on Patreon. The full package membership is the most popular membership which I have. You not only get access here to my short squeeze stocks, you also get access to my member tutorials here, trading tutorials, my member FAQ section where I answer a lot of questions here for beginners and also advanced traders. So very helpful, especially right now when we have a bearish market situation, because that will of course not make you happy when everything is going down. So you need to know what to do. The link is patreon.com/blackbelttrader, and of course also available here in the video description. So guys, TradingView is back, and here's the yellow line. So this is the line where I said I want to see here a breakout, a retest with a breakout. This retest failed, guys. So this is here the weekly chart, which means one candle represents the price action of 1 week. You can see we came down here. The market makers, let me for a second here switch off the indicators that you can just focus on that. So then you can see here was also the time when I made my last video, S&P 500 update. We retested this line here, came back strong the week after, but we failed. We tried to break out here. You can see the candle wick, and then boom, the market maker said, no guys, it's enough. We want to go down. And this here is the beginning of a downwards momentum. So what is now next for the S&P 500? As I said, guys, there is a very, very small chance, that we see a reversal. When we check, for example, Nvidia, this breakout is already confirmed. This is the trend channel pattern for Nvidia. I mentioned that already months ago in my videos, guys. I would never buy Nvidia here in these 3-digit price ranges. Everything here over $125 is very bearish for Nvidia. Even, of course, this ticker can go much higher in future, but I never FOMO into stocks. I always try to get the lowest possible price, and I said that already weeks ago that the algo demand zone is between $97 and $75, and you can see that Nvidia is right now tanking into that zone here, -5% in the pre-market. So we will come in this zone, and this chart here is a few months old or weeks old, guys. So this is nothing special. Yeah, this is what you have to understand when you want to learn trading. When we just have a look for XRP, never closed here a weekly candle. The lowest price which we had was $2.08. You can see here, of course, the price came down, but always recovered very quick. Even here, very quick recover process. So the lowest candle which we have here in the weekly chart for XRP is $2.08. And I mean, the market is, still trading here on Friday, but that might be the first candle which closed below $2.08 since December 2024. And guys, guess what? Also XRP will continue to tank down if we don't see here a super strong bullish reversal today or next week. Bitcoin the same. Bitcoin is retesting already here the last point of support, and then I also expect here a bigger crash for Bitcoin here in the next weeks, guys. Of course, I will update you here on separate videos. So guys, for the S&P 500, what are my price goals? I expect that this asset comes down here to $4,900, $4,800. The perfect algo demand zone here where the bullish support is waiting is in this blue box. So between 4,823 and 4,375 is what I expect. I think we will see a small rebound here, but over the past weeks, guys, yeah, we should tank down here back in this box. You can see that this trend channel here is a very strong support. So when we zoom out, then you can see that always the S&P 500 reacted here. So in the best case scenario, we see here a very quick drop in the next weeks, very quick, and we will recover here, as I said, so around 4,800, 4,900 US dollar before we can finally, build a bottom, and then the next short squeeze rally will come sooner or later, guys. Yeah, my friends, that was my update here on the S&P 500 for my market prediction. As I said, yeah, to summarize that, if you don't see here 2-digit numbers, yeah, also 20% plus, whatever, for the big assets today or next week, guys, then the market crash or correction is confirmed, and then you should prepare here for some downside. And as I said, this is the perfect time to go short. Not financial advice, do your own due diligence, but this is my opinion here based on the chart. My friends, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that was helpful. If you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. And if you want to copy here the drawings from my chart, even it was, yeah, it's stuck here for a few seconds, but this is here TradingView, guys. This program is the program what I use for all my videos and for all my trades. And if you also want to get that program for yourself, then you can use here my $15 discount link on the premium tier. This is what I recommend and what I also using here. And this special TradingView discount link is available here in the video description. My friends, that is the update. Thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best. Stay sharp and see you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank. Alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.